Transit Sports TV back again with my man, the Jamaican Arsenal, to break this one down. Nicholas, good to see you again in the studio. And I mean, it sounded like something was going to be easy for Arsenal today. All of a sudden, it became a hard stuff. And I was telling somebody that this is Arsenal for you. It's always the hard way. I don't know. What do you make of this one?
Today we look a bit lethargic. When I say lethargic, it's just, I guess because it's the time of the year, because we're in December and, January transfer window is coming, but we look a bit uninspired. Even, the fans today, everybody we're just going through the motion. So we got the result, which is good, but we look a bit uninspired today is the word I'm looking for. Uninspired.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you're looking at the last few games for Arsenal now, it looks like they're finding it difficult to score goals. And in that front, they've been blowing hot and cold. Sometimes they blow teams away, score 4 goals. Then all of a sudden, they're struggling to score one. And on that, and secondly, Arsenal have been conceding last minute goals this year. This is not something that they are known of under Arteta. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, the backline, we have to shift around a few players here and there in the backline. So I could see how we'll be leaking goals until we get the solid player back, especially Magalhaes. In terms of this time of the year, how we're playing hot and cold is that, I mean, what we'll have to do is just get the results at this point. I feel like once the January transfer window closes, that's when you need to start hitting form. You need to start getting this form. So I don't mind us not blowing as hot as we'd want to right now. But once that January transfer window closes, we need to start getting good form to finish off the season strong.
But the issue is, okay, let's assume this game wasn't a cup game, it was a league game. You've drawn it. And this is a title race that is looking very tight now with Manchester City. I still don't believe that City are strong enough to win this league this season. But the way it is, you don't want to give them any lifeline at all. So Arsenal, in generally speaking, yes, they've won this one, they've moved to semi-finals, good. But what is going on? Why is this team, I know they've had injury issues, but if you want to win the title or win cups, you have to find a way to ride these injuries.
Yeah, we have to find a way to ride these injuries, and we know how Arteta is. I don't think we'll bring anyone in January because I think we need reinforcements for sure. Don't think we'll bring anyone in. For City, we know what City will do. They're especially because I heard they'll be active this January transfer window, which shows they're Semenyo, yeah. So they'll be definitely pushing to finish the season strong. As I've said earlier, we just need to get the results now, but then we need to start hitting some form, and hopefully the injuries work in our favor because the injuries, we always have injuries add up on us, and we know we're not going to be active in the window. So what we have now is what we'll have to push forward with. So I wish we had a break this year. We won't get the break, but we just need to, hit stride soon. We need to hit stride soon.
But talking about this game in particular right now, I don't know. I want to ask you 2 questions in one. Who impressed you the most? Maybe 1 or 2 players, and is there any player that you are somewhat disappointed with the way they performed today?
To be honest, there wasn't any player that really stood out in terms of a good performance today. I think the performance was average. It was a lackadaisical performance. I felt like we were just going through the motions. We were uninspired. Okay, we won. Even when we won the game, everybody was like, all right, we won, we move on. Nobody really stood out to me in a positive light. There wasn't anybody that really stood out negative. Because I think it's a team thing. Everybody's just uninspired at this. When I say uninspired, like we're conceding that we'll lose the league, but we just look. I think it's energy. Our energy levels are low right now.
Yeah, and it's good you mentioned that. I think this is an Arsenal thing. Even in the fans, we tend to, put down this trophy, this Carabao Cup. It looks like, it's not what we're looking for. But the men, City goes to win it, they'll count it. So I don't know why both Arsenal players and the fans, I don't know why they should be looking at Carling Cup as a small trophy. Right now, trophy is trophy. Right. So I think that I see what you're saying there, and I believe it doesn't happen in semi-finals. This is a trophy, and we are in it to win it. I don't care if it's small or big. Going out there and win it. I don't know, what do you think going into the season, continue to the season now with the league and the Champions League? Do you think that this team is going to pick themselves up? Because you're talking about them picking up form after the transfer window, but there are games to be played before then. So if you don't do well between now and the end of January and you're 10 points behind City, you've lost the league. So they have to do something. So what does Arsenal need to do to pick themselves up and start winning games properly?
Yeah, it'll have to come from we getting some players back from injury. Magalhaes is a big one we're hoping. I don't think Kai will be a major help, but he'll definitely help us in terms of we need bodies, especially up front. We need to go in the window and get some players in. I think in the midfield, if, for example, a Rice or a Zubimendi goes down, or especially defensively in the midfield, we'll be very light in the midfield. So I think we need to get somebody in the center of the park to be able to help us push forward. And I think if we do cover that, if we get somebody in the central of the park who will cover us, maybe a loan or something, a loan with the option to buy or a loan with obligation, that will probably, because sometimes you bring a fresh face into the locker room that kind of inspires the players, and some players may look like, hey, my spot is up for grabs, let me get it together. So hopefully we get somebody in the middle of the park who will help us in January to push for the title.
Okay, Nicholas, it's always good to have you on the show, and we'll see what happens on Saturday against Brighton. Hopefully Arsenal wins that one and keep up the hope to win the league this season. Nice to see you, bro. Yeah, good one.